Hello and welcome all, my family, my friends, and as always, my beloved veterans. It's Emilio Roman, and I'm joined by my lovely spirited co-host, Umara.
Lodi, welcome.
Yes,
Thank
good
you.
morning. Buenos dias, everyone. We're just blessed. And we're just over the moon excited coming off of number of events back to back. For me, it was Flashpoint 2020 with Austin J. Haynes, then Costa Rica, and then jumping into our very own Spiritual Fitness Summit. And so Umara was one of the highlighted guest speakers, and we're going to bring to you, if you can read the scroll, everyone knows her here now. She is a part of our Spiritual Fitness family. And who is this woman we're speaking of?
Well, we call her our fireball. She has a never-ending energy, which I'm always thinking of where she gets her reserve from.
Yes.
And I love how Hector called her yesterday. She's so much energy in such a small package. Everyone loves her, and her name is...
That's right, Angel Marie. And we're so excited to have her. We're blessed. We've got the comments are coming in. She is the MC for the summit and the co-host. And the way she put this together, when she and I coordinated this, she was so kind. And when because I knew that she was doing summits and so she wasn't new at this. And during this whole dialogue, she really just pouring out into me what I needed to do, and I was taking notes. I was like, I had to stop. I was like, okay, Angel, I can't do this. How about if I hire you to do it? And so we agreed on something that was amicable for both of us, that would be worth it for her and I. And I was so blessed because I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, this summit would not have gone off the way it did if Angel Marie was not a part of it. That is no lie. Otherwise, what you would have from my part was a glorified Facebook. That's it. I mean, it just would have been a glorified Facebook where I'm blah, 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 blah. And so because of Angel, she said, Emilio, well, you may want to consider, she said it was my first one, to bring in Sony Jackson out of Florida. And speaking of, she's our guest mañana. So tomorrow you'll be hearing that. So we've already highlighted her. So between Angel and between Sony Jackson, this summit is what it is. So without further ado, let's bring on the fireball, also known as AKA the walking antidepressant.
Good morning. Good morning. All the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning.
Good morning.
I love it. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
You're so welcome.
You are, I honestly, I say this without any reservation. In fact, I just got off the phone with Donnie. You know, he's my recovery coach. Yeah. And Donnie, I was like, Donnie, what's your feedback? And of course, everyone was fantastic. But you were highlighted. And I said, yeah, hands down. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And I am just blessed because I have done so many of these events and how to move the events. And, you know, Emilio, the first time I got to talk to you, thank you so much. You know, we just connected, and then I came on the show way back when at Amara. I was like, what? I love that girl. Amara, and you did an exceptional job yesterday. Exceptional job. You answered all the questions precisely in what you do. So it just bam. And Emilio, the conclusions that you kept, I mean, the value that we gave. Yes. I mean, it was very high, the value we gave. And then the bonuses, we'll get to that. Yes. But I mean, the bonuses, they're flooding in right now. I mean, I have so many right now, clients right now that are taking, you know, a lot of people don't take those bonuses. They don't take you up, you know, they just go, oh, no, I don't. But wow, I am getting quite a few, and I know other people are too. Yes. So it's exciting. The whole thing was so exciting.
Oh, no. Thank you so much, Angel. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm like I always tell people, and I'm kind of kidding around, but with a real sense of truth in it, it's like my Facebook friends are real. I tell people all the time, and so the fact that we had Hector and we had all my local people that I love on so much. And again, I love every single one of you. Daniela's on right now. Good morning, love. And so she and I were talking about it, and we're like, wow, like, as we were reviewing it, she was like, this was amazing. So I just have to give credit where credit is due. While it was my vision, it really was all the skill sets and the talents, all these hands that played into the outcome. And I thank you. We're looking forward now to all the other stuff. But we want to make sure that you, the audience, right there, you watching this, there's still opportunity for you to grab the freebies. And Angel will speak on that. There's still an opportunity for you to watch the replay at your own comfort, at your own time. Watch the replay. We're going to put it on again at least twice today. We'll put it on, what's that called on Facebook when they do when we
Watch
do it?
party.
Watch party. We're going to do 2 watch parties immediately after this segment ends. We're going to do that for you. So if you missed it, okay, catch it on the replay.
Yes, and you want to catch it on the replay because the value of these tips, these tools, these secrets, the techniques from these global leaders, these experts were really, they gave such beautiful ones that will help right now, not just moving forward, yes, in 2021, but right now. And those skills are very powerful because I know many of you are still in isolation. Many of you are still in that stuck. You're stuck in that. And these tools really do help. And you will laugh, you will dance, you will bring up your energy. And when we laugh, both of you know, when we laugh, when we have fun, we really retain more. And it comes from a really beautiful place. The whole thing was very heartfelt. It really was very heartfelt. And everyone really gave from their heart because this was for all of these experts that some are multimillionaires, they are retreats, they are business people, but beautiful people that are doing from their heart giving. Mm-hmm. So check it out and, go ahead and contact. Now, I will tell you that Emilio was extraordinary. Yes, you were, Emilio. I want to say that. Yes.
I receive it. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes. And really take that in. And to every one of the speakers that were there, they really, really nailed it. And, one of my favorites, I'm just going to bring up one of them, and then there was many, was Dr. George. He actually took me up on my bonus. So I am actually going to give him my freebie. I'm going to have a session with him for 30 minutes. And he is, that says a lot because he's like 23 books and so thank you for your tribe because there's a lot of times I speak, but yet your tribe was so welcoming and still is very welcoming to me. And Daniela, I know that you're on the line. You did a fabulous, amazing job also in your talk and how you answered the questions to really separate you from Emilio. Really, yes. You have your own entity, and Daniela, you have a beautiful story and a beautiful essence to yourself. So I want to really raise you up because of what you did yesterday too.
Yeah, thank you. That is awesome. You're honoring everyone. Umara, I know. Looks like on my end, I see Daniela. But what are you watching on your end? Any comments?
Well, first of all, Daniela is sending a lot of hearts to you, Angel Marie. And Dr. PPP joined this morning, along with Dr. George Grant. So he probably heard you well. And we also have Monachelli Aurora today. And Danielle saying, you are amazing, Angel Marie Monachelli. Thank you so much.
So welcome. I mean, it was really seamless, but yet I mean, 3 hours of standing, that was a little much to stand. I mean, yeah, I'm going to and I want to speak on that. When you create and there's a time to take care of yourself. So what am I doing today? Monday and Tuesdays are usually my days off. Yes, I have clients today, but yet what am I doing? I'm going to go take care of myself. I'm going to go to the chiropractor, get an adjustment. I'm also have a session with one of my Reiki students to do Reiki on me, do some energy work on me. And it's really important to step into that. And I also want to do a shout out to Scale Pathways, because Scale Pathways I have been with for over 2 years. And I've spent over $100,000 easy on coaches, on programs. And Scale Pathway for the last 2 years, definitely not that much. And I have 5 different coaches. And I'm very blessed by that. Mm-hmm. And because they're the ones that have helped me to catapult my business also and see it in a different light.
Could you explain what this is? I've never heard of it. So what is this?
Scale Pathways. It was started 2 years ago, and it's by 2 amazing. One is an older gentleman, Jim Grant, and he is a military, and he's got a heart of gold. And then there's Don McGrath, who also has a heart of gold, and they teamed up after they went to these retreats after retreats and after this, and they weren't getting anything. No, they really weren't. And they were like, people need to get value. So they started their own coaching. Mm-hmm. And they reached out to Sony Jackson. That's how I met Sony.
Right.
Was through them. And then all these other ones. And then what happened was they put this coaching together, and it's phenomenal. Just to back at the training that you get every week, but then the training one-on-one that I have received. So it's Scale Pathways. I'll put it in there.
Sure, please do.
It's just an amazing. They're so heartfelt that when you say, I need to learn this, they don't just say, oh, do it this way. No, they help you go through it and actually all the way to the end. And that's not usually how coaches are. They're just going to kind of tell you, give you just that little bit and then bring you back and charge you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And this is not like that.
Well, love to have them on. Love to learn from them. Obviously, if you're recommending them, there's someone that we need to know. So if you reach out to them or say, hey, obviously we're building our audience, and our audience. One of the things I'll share with you is coming back from Costa Rica, I set some real high benchmarks. And so I'm just going to say it. I want to hit 30 million. We're going to 30 million viewers in terms within all our channels. Like, we just had to write this down. We had to own it. And so to some people, it may seem, but I know within all our channels, we're going to hit that benchmark. I feel it in my heart. And I had to, it just came from me. It just came to me as we're all going through these intensive in Costa Rica with Forbes Riley and with Hector Rodriguez and with Mario. These people were pouring into us, and we were like, so that's why coming back, it's like I'm still on this high. And then luckily I have a good coach. I have a good recovery coach too. Like Donnie, we're meeting up this morning. We had our morning talk. He was like, you understand, when you come off these events, there's going to be these ebbs and flows. Mm-hmm. And so having people that can guide me and say, hey, because my personality, I love.
He's high energy, absolutely high energy. And it does. And I'm so glad that Donnie is there to help you. But, we are so in alignment and so many things, because my commitment to the world is that everyone discovers that they can choose their life to whatever they want it to be. Choose to be happy, choose to be out of pain, choose to be emotionally stable, choose. And my commitment is that I will reach millions. And being right in front of this camera, it's very easy. We can absolutely do that. So we're so in alignment, and you in the fitness and being an athlete, you also.
Yes. That's awesome. Umara, we love this. Somebody write down, choose to be out of pain, and quote Angel Maria. It's important. And I know Umara, she's been great helping us with all of this. And she, in her own right, has her own programs. Danielle loves her programs. She's really committed. Umara, what is it that you see yourself doing? I know you're co-hosting with me, but what are your own dreams? What are your own challenges, if you want to share?
Thank you for asking me, Emilio. I'm a huge fan of Napoleon Hill. Most of us have heard about him. And from his book, I got this idea of mastermind. And I let this intention out in the universe of creating masterminds and helping people along the way, because I feel you get your dream when you're helping other people. Isn't that true? So my dream is to have a mastermind. It's actually accomplishing right now. I could have never imagined. In his book, he mentioned how Dale Carnegie he interviewed so many people. Now it's so much easier with internet. You just turn on your computer and you connect with the whole world globally, and people are so open to coming and talking with you. I just realized this year actually that during this lockdown, I was in my own box and thinking, when I reach out to people, they're not going to listen. But a lot of collaborations have been happening. I'm very happy about that. And what I want to offer people is just pure health. And that's coming from my background. When I had accident and I was in pain, and I couldn't see any Emilio back then. I wish I did. And there was no Angel Marie with her energy back then. I wish
Thank you.
I could connect to you. But it was a lot of depression and anxiety that I was going through. And it's like a downward spiral, right? When you're in it, but you need people in your life and you need to connect. And that's what I look forward to providing, along with health and fitness regime, which I provide in a very structured manner, which actually targets the mindset, because fitness is directly linked with mindset. Physical health is directly linked with mindset and diet. And also a group of coaches and trainers who will be training these people. So that is my vision. It's to go global.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
You're already global. You are already global. You already, and that's beautiful. You are, and your fitness and your passion for it. It's more than that. Your knowledge, the expertise that you have. Because just talking with you the other day when we were doing some stuff together, and I learned some stuff because you really personalized it. You really have an innate to be able to do that. And maybe you're not empathic or anything like that. You know that I am an empath and I do all of that Reiki stuff and energy. And, you are too, because you totally hit it on the nail. And so is Emilio. I mean, he can be so fast sometimes, but very empathic, coming from the heart.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys, listen, I'm loving on you guys. I feel like I really, truly feel like I'm around family. That's why I created this community. And the wonderful thing is that everyone here on this panel right now has their own community that they poured into, they're built. And so while you see us right now on the replay or live, we all, once we get off of this, we're all diligently working with someone or some groups. And it's so beautiful to see that we can all come. And I was reminded this morning from Donnie, or by Donnie, that it's very challenging to get 4 or 5 people alone together. Imagine 20 people with 20 different personalities. So he was like, and you pulled that off. And it was like, think about it. He goes, everyone in their own right is a champion, and everyone has a tribe. And he goes, it was like 3 hours long, 3 hours and 7 minutes, which was fantastic. You kept us on time. He goes, I watched 2 hours of it, and he goes, and it seemed to flow. And I was like, wow. He goes, to do that? And he gave the analogy of a baseball team. He goes, there's only one pitcher, and the pitcher is the star because he or she has the ball all the time. And so there's the pitcher and the batter. Everyone else is there. And he goes, and the way that we pulled this off, that we got everyone involved and everyone's loving on each other, and the value. So I shout out to Donnie because he put things in perspective for me, and kudos to everyone because whoever needed to show up, showed up. Those people that couldn't join us, We send you nothing but love and light, and we look forward to working with you as we're going to iron this stuff out.
Yes, and you know that's the amazing thing, and you know we had so much collaboration during this whole entire time, and I hear you. I kind of don't want to end that because every morning when I would get up at 5 or 6 in the morning, I'd come here and be like, "Hey, good morning," you know, and you know now and every day we had things to work on, and it was really amazing. And I want to make sure that I acknowledge the work that each of the speakers did on their aspect of their talk and how they showed up. Because that's the thing is when you're a speaker, showing up to do the tech checks, to show up to do some of the training, to understand how it's going to go, especially when you're working on a panel. It's not just, oh, you got 20 minutes to talk. That's different. When you're working with a panel, you work together.
Yes.
And again, your people, your tribe, so committed, and most of them were in the book, correct?
Yes. Yeah, the majority. Yes. And thank you for that. And I know that I really, you know, again, it was just an idea, and with your expertise, we put it together because when you hear summit, it's long, it's drawn out, and that's cool. Like I've seen them, but they're so. You're multitasking and you get what lands, what doesn't. You don't engage. So the whole idea of the summit when we got together was like 3 hours. And then I was like, whoa, maybe that's too short. But moving forward, I believe that we should keep that same rhyme and rhythm because people know that there's an endpoint. And if you don't watch it, you're going to miss out on a golden nugget. So that's my perception. Not that we can't be flexible and extend it an hour or so, but I'm really thinking, I really like that format. And if anyone is watching this on the replay or live, let us know. Please watch it. We need your feedback because that's how a company gets better. That's how people grow. If I didn't get feedback from Angel, like, hey, Emilio, you were this way. You probably should consider this. Umara tells me, hey, Emilio, you know, you should consider this factor. Without this kind of feedback, these things don't improve.
Absolutely. And I really believe that the value we gave because of the experts. I mean, we got to give it to them, but also the movement. We kept them moving and people want to get it back. You know, the goldfish thing, right? 7 seconds. Yes. Goldfish, and we don't even have 7 seconds. I guess we're at 3 seconds.
Yeah. Explain it to somebody who doesn't understand that 7 seconds for the goldfish.
So the goldfish, they have done a study, and a goldfish will look at you for 7 seconds. That's as long as their extension what am I trying to say? Extension pan?
Yeah.
Attention.
Their attention. Yeah.
Attention. Thank you, Amara. Attention span. And that they have done studies now, and because we're online so much, we're not even to a goldfish anymore. We are only at 3 seconds. That if you don't have them in 3 seconds, they'll swipe you right by. They'll swipe you up or swipe you down, swipe you back.
That's why it is so important that what the genius behind Angel Marie, she has everyone moving, she has everyone engaged. And I don't know if you noticed, but there was, I don't know, it was 36 or something shares within a certain hour. There was a lot of people started sharing. And so on a certain feed, you only see like 12. But then I got pictures of somebody there's hundreds of people watching this, depending on what channel it ended up in. So
absolutely.
Super excited. So people are, to me, the feedback is there's great value poured into this because every single one of the people on the panel, they charge a lot of money for this content. And here, all we did, we told the panel not to sell directly, just to go ahead and pour out. And the biggest lesson, so this is why everyone wants to watch this. Though it was all surrounded around 1-2 questions, and that was, what were the lessons learned from 2020, and how is 2021 going to be different? So that was the theme.
Wait. Excuse me. It was, how was your 2020?
Yep.
What lessons did you learn, which is helpful for you at home? And then the other question was, give us some tools, techniques, something that worked for you. because that's where people were like, wow, they were writing. I got
Right.
quite a few messages. Angel, that really helped me because I'm going to start doing more breathing. I'm going to start doing the morning exercise. Oh, and this person said this, and this person said that, and that. And the messages I was getting was a lot of great advice and insights of how to actually physically take an action to change your life. And that is value because that's what people want. And that's what Scale Pathway with Don McGrath and Jim Grant, that really helped me because most entrepreneurs, we do the how. How is it going to do? How? People don't want to know the how. They want to know how to actually physically take the action and do. Where does it land for them? And that's what helped me to step back and go, okay, how do I not tell them how I'm going to do it, what value I'm going to, and then take the actions to do it.
Excellent. Well said. And Umara, I know you're thinking, you're strategizing. Well, what's going on in your head? You're taking notes.
For what happened yesterday, it was a pure collaboration in a mastermind. And we can read all the books that we want in our life. They're books are amazing. But sometimes, like Angel said, people need to know how to do things. And they want to know how you did it. And how you got up when you were down. And how you made it work. And like she said, it's an attention span thing as well. When you get the idea right there, in 3 seconds, you do it. All you have to do is take the action, right? I'm going to honor a few comments here. Ivy showed up and she says, yes, show up and journal, but especially for the summit was important, not just for ourselves, but really because we were given an incredible opportunity. I look this seriously and with deep gratitude. She's also saying, yes, I heard that too, that we, because of social media, have the attention span less than a goldfish. Goes to show we need to be on purpose with our content and being deliberate with doing what we can to stop the scroll. And that was great with our hands and to raise the energy with everyone on the panel. Daniela is saying, I so enjoyed everyone's perspective on 2020 and their outlook on 2021. It helped me to look at everything in different way and understand what everyone is going through in this pandemic. And how they handled it. I'm so grateful for Emilio and this idea. He created it. You're amazing.
And that's the thing too. I want to recognize, just what Daniela said too, is it's the vision, and it takes visionaries. And that is a true entrepreneur, is when you have the vision, but you're able to do what? Hire the experts. Or go out and get the experts, and learn from the experts, but then also hire the experts and being able to do that. And I also want to recognize the beautiful sunrise over there that I'm seeing.
Yes, you saw that. I know it. It's a little chilly up here. It's not in Arizona weather, but I figured today it's gorgeous. It's chilly, but it's coming up. So thank you for acknowledging that. I know tomorrow I'm going to do my best to get on the ground. I'm still acclimatizing from Costa Rica.
I hear you. It's cold here and dark, but it's wonderful.
You gotta love it.
Absolutely. So I just love that we were able to bring up the energy and bring up that chi. And what she brought up was the hands. Someone brought those up, and that really does move energy and frequency. And to have everybody knowing that this means I agree and I'm with you. And how many times, Emilio and Amara, did you do the mind blow? Because, I mean, the things that they were saying, a couple of times I was like, I wanted to write it down, but, I couldn't because I was doing like multitasking. But I was like, that's a good tip. That is an amazing tool. I'm going to adopt that tool.
Yes. This whole experience really opened me up to different tools that I really wasn't aware of. Like I saw you with the Tai Chi, and yesterday I just happened to catch you on my feet. I'm like, you know what? I love when you spoke of the Dantian, and these are things that I've heard of when I used to live in Japan. Could you talk about the breathing and Dantian a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. And thank you too, because you shared it. And many people ask, Angel, how can I support you? How do I support people that are doing what we're doing here? And I say, comment and share it, because people need to hear it. Your best friend is really wanting to do some Tai Chi, or wants to do the daily dose of inspiration of Angel in the morning and just laugh. So I've been doing Tai Chi for over a decade. And I love it because of what my injuries are, with being diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and Sjogren's. There's some challenges that I have. So not getting on the ground is really not really an option. And you might think, wow, Angel, but it isn't. The Dante M is the breath here. It's right between the belly button and the hairline. And that is where you get your chi. And go ahead and smack that at home, because you will get energy by smacking. I don't want to smack too loud because it might be too loud. But, smack that, and it's both sides. And you will raise your vibrational field, and that's medically proven. So the Dante M brings up your chi, brings up your energy. And there you go. And it's very powerful, because Tai Chi, as you move in Tai Chi, you breathe, and it's breathing diaphragmically, in through your nose, out through slit mouth. So it's a rhythmic breathe. And you saw that yesterday, and I do that twice a week, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. my time, at the park. That's always fun, because the park is so beautiful.
Give us a basic movement. So someone who's heard of Tai Chi, but what could they do right now? And they're going, wow, it's kind of woohoo. What would you say?
And it can be taken as woo-woo, but even the doctors, everybody's starting this. Do yoga, do Tai Chi, right. Qigong. There's many.
Qigong, right?
The biggest ones. Let me see how much you can see me.
Yep, I can see you perfect. We're good.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to come out here, shoulder width apart. Always shoulder width apart. Bend. And make sure that it's like you're sitting on that chair, so you're sitting back. Back is always straight. Back is always straight. There you go. And then you come out, and you want to sweep the universal energy up. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. Turn the chi, and then breathe it down.
Through the mouth. So do we inhale?
Inhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, and then out through slit mouth. So you come out. You bend just a little bit. Back is straight, back is straight, back is straight. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. Turn it and go down.
You know what? When you say, Angel, the slit mouth, like, what do you mean? Like, exhale it through the mouth?
But it's more of a breathe in. Let me get, because you got your logo in my head.
Yeah.
So you breathe in, close your mouth, and out through slit mouth.
Oh, got you. So kind of perch the lips and just let a little bit of air come out. Just let it slowly come out.
That's not it's not a blow. It's not like that. It's like no, it's not like that. It's
like that. Okay,
and that's when I say yes, and that's when I say it's rhythmic. It is a rhythmic breath, because you want to do rhythmically as you're moving. Is your
oh yeah, I can feel the difference when I did it like that versus just kind of boom, just shoot it out. That was perfect.
Yes. And the Tai Chi really does, and they've proven that it helps. And all you need is 20 minutes, over 20 minutes.
Yes. Because
it's the breathing that heals the inside. It heals from the inside out. It's the breath. Because even Austin, I think Austin brought up that we have like 80,000, 85 trillion cells in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And we make every millisecond, we make over 500,000 new cells. How are you making that cell? Are you making it? Oh, my back is hurting. Oh, it's Monday. I don't know if I have enough food. She didn't call me back. He didn't call me. Oh, I don't know what I'm getting. Right? Because you're making those cells. That's the cell.
Yes.
But you're also releasing 500,000 cells also every millisecond.
Wow.
So what happens if you're saying, yeah, because I admit, I'm diagnosed with all those. I'm having some challenges right now in my lower back.
Right.
I am. It's not feeling that great. It's not. But yet, if I focus on it, I'm going to be walking like this. But what do? Shanti M, take the breath, take that, get out of flight or flight, take that belly breath, that diaphragmatic breath. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I'm on. I feel good. I feel good. And opening up your chi. Open up your chi. And that means smack yourself. I'm telling you, smack yourself. Especially right in here, because if you're eating carbs, if you're drinking, go ahead. So
and is that one you can do? Is that how you do it, like that?
Yes, and always go up. Never go down. Always go up.
Oh, go
never
up.
down. Never down. And smack. And you don't have to do it hard. You don't. It's the nervous system, because we don't touch ourselves. I know. Sounds
right.
But we really don't touch ourselves and get the blood flowing and the chi, prana, ki moving. We really don't.
Yeah. And you know what, Angel? So what's the significance? Because as a massage therapist, I'm moving things towards the heart. Is that why you're doing it? The tapping up? You said you were go up?
Oh, yes, tap up. Always tap up. Because the kidneys. And remember, what do we talk? The kidneys are so important because they're the ones that help us with our flow and our energy movement.
Okay.
And that also is finances. So if you're having some challenges financially, what are you doing with your kidneys? Are you eating carbs, which is sugar? Are you drinking, and are you having sugar? Because those kidneys are working overtime.
Yeah, that's me. So you're literally speaking to me directly, and I recognize the difference. When I was in Costa Rica, rarely touched anything, and it was a whole different energy field for me. I come back here home, and I've got my favorites, and my wife, she's really good at keeping me on track, but she knows that I enjoy the sugar, because here's the truth. When you're someone who's in recovery, when you're someone who's not drinking or drugging, you're attracted to sugary stuff, right? Unless you change that habit. And that's something that I noticed when I used to go to AA meetings. Like, it never made sense to me. So they stopped drinking and drugging, but now they got the coffee, the donuts, and they're smoking. It was like such a big disconnect. So I didn't really find those. I found the conversations, the fellowship helpful, but on the healthy side, I'm like, me being a trainer, I'm like, I don't understand. So the alcohol will kill you, or the drink and the coffee and the smoke. Like, it was like a big disconnect. So this conversation is important.
Yes, and I think that one of the biggest things is if you're craving sugar, everyone, you don't have enough protein. I'm not a nutritionist. Don't take my advice, but yet this is something intuitively that I know. And you, Amara, go ahead and cut, because you're the one that does the health stuff. 9 times out of 10, if I'm craving sugar, which I never eat because I like walking, because if I eat sugar, I cannot walk. It shuts my whole, and yes. So I know when I'm craving it, I need some protein. So
yeah, I actually talk on that with my clients. That's one of my first lessons when we go into our group calls, and that is education. I usually educate my clients, and I get really good feedback, because they're like, you're not guiding, like, you guide us, you leave the option to us by just giving us information. They're all adults. I can't hold someone's finger and tell them, but what our mind does is, as long as it has information, it works on it. So you're absolutely right there, Angel. Sugar has a tendency of just burning carbohydrates and sugar. They burn, give you the instant energy and that high. They usually get a sugar high, right? Like the kids when they drink their pop, and then there's a big crash. And it's the same that comes with coffee as well. But coffee is not that much. It's a milder crash. But with sugar, it's a very high, and then a very hard crash. And so you can replace sugar with protein and fiber. And when I usually make my clients go on a protein-rich diet, the big misconception, and that is because our brains are designed that way, because we have been seeing these products on the shelf, pasta, pita, roti, bread, because we think that our stomach would not feel full. And we feel like, okay, so we're eating our chicken breast and vegetables, but we're not going to be full. But that is not true, because what happens is when that crash happens, you get hungry again with sugar. When the protein and the fibers stay in your stomach, you don't get that hungry quicker. And you're thinking maybe my stomach is not full and I'll probably get hungry again, which you don't, because there is no sugar crash and you don't get hungry. And it's all very scientific. Our body is like a machine, and they're very simple formulas that it runs on. That is the best thing about it. Just like muscle. Muscle doesn't know how to look sexy. It just knows how to contract and expand. So as long as you're doing that, you're going to get your muscle tone. And similarly, it's with diet. If you're not feeding your body what it cannot process properly, don't feed it. It's like you are running a Ferrari on a worst gas ever. Give it the best gas, and that is the protein and the fiber and the vegetables. And your body needs to be respecting it even more than your Ferrari.
Man,
Absolutely. Yeah,
love
I
this.
love it.
Man, I'm loving this. This is great. I mean, here I'm thinking we're talking about the summit, but I feel like I should go ahead and watch my own show because
Join
you
me on my group calls one day. Daniela
Yes.
Duck, will you join us on the group call?
Yes. I know that she loves the information, and I know the group's information. Umara, tell people, where can they get a hold of you? Because I know I want to honor both of you ladies, and you've got so much to offer. I don't know what you offered yesterday in the summit. Did you offer something similar? What
Yes,
did you offer?
there was a package, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it, and they come to me and they say, why are you not charging for it? But as a trainer, I feel when the base is good, is strong, you pull through the hard times. And that's what I do. I provide a free 2 weeks training, and in that training there's one-on-one call sessions, onboarding. I give group training sessions. There are accountability group that I give on. You get your own custom workouts for each week, which are updated daily. And you get your own meal plan, and you get a whole secret toolbox that you can take away for life.
Wow.
Wow.
There's a lot of value there. There's a lot of value.
I mean,
Quickly, how can people get a hold of you? Because I don't think we talk about this much, but we need to bring a segment on. How can people get a hold of you right now?
it's very easy. Just go on Facebook, search up Amara Lodi. I don't think there's any other Amara Lodi on Facebook. It's only me. And just shoot me a text that I'm interested in your program. Tell me more. And I'm just going to go on an onboarding call, know more about you, see if you're a good fit for each other. Maybe you don't like me. So definitely. We're
Who's
gonna
not going to love you? Who doesn't love Omara? Come on.
Oh, yes, Omara. And I'd like to say, too, is that we're going to put down, and maybe Daniela, you can do that it is spiritualfitnesssummit.com. When you go there, even though it's done, and you go all the way to the end, I'll scroll all the way down. Go ahead and register, because when you register, you're going to get all the bonuses. And I'm taking up Hector's, Austin's. I'm taking yours. Karen has one. Karen, and there's so many more. I don't mean to just pick. There's so many more, and you still have time to go there and get those.
Amen.
That will really benefit you. So there you go. She just wrote it down, and go ahead and put the HTTP, Daniela, because that way it's a hot link. I know I'm always teaching, but then it's a hot. It's a hot.
That's great. So she can put the www. And that'll take it right there.
Well, the HTTP, you always want to put HTTP because that makes it a hot link on Facebook.
Oh,
and then
okay, wonderful. You just taught me that.
And then they just click on it and they're there. They don't have to copy paste. People don't want to take even 2 seconds. Remember, they're a goldfish.
That's right. I love it. I know. I love it. This has been awesome. So people still have an opportunity who missed this to go ahead and go ahead and watch this. I learned a lot. It's interesting. We brought in 20 plus experts, again, from around the world. And I was there like, wow. Like, even though I wasn't on the screen, I was coming in to give the recap. I was blown away. Some of the stuff that people were saying, I was like, wow. Like, again, like, we don't know what we don't know, right? And if you think that you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get out of that room, because there's always someone that's bigger, better, and faster around the corner. And the wonderful thing about this is that no one here is competing with each other. Everyone is pouring into you. And when you watch that replay, do what Angel and do what Umara are suggesting. In fact, they both have free gifts there for you, which can include something from like a consultation. Umara just offered 2 weeks of her training. You just heard her give me some education about sugar. And they talked about if you're lacking sugar, I know Angel said that it could be because of a deficiency in protein. I mean, I'm going to be looking into this myself. So I don't know. Go.
You know, it's people call me the walking antidepressant. They call me the fireball. They call me the. Do you know how much protein I eat in a day? Yeah, I mean, I'm very high protein, and I tried to do that vegan thing.
Yes.
And it didn't work for me. No, I don't do meat. No, I don't do dairy. No, I don't do sugar. I mean, I'm very, I don't do carbohydrates, but yet I do a lot of high protein.
Okay. I really need your help. I'm really, truly, I'm saying it publicly. Sugar is something that is really, really crazy. You know, like Jack LaLanne, he started his whole mission because he was addicted to sugar. I don't know if you know Jack LaLanne's story, known as the godfather of fitness, and he lived to be a ripe age of like, I don't know, like 96 or something. And he talked about when he was a kid, he was addicted literally to sugar, and that's what got him in the path of getting involved in fitness. And I guess, and we know all the wonderful things and people he impacted because he identified that one thing that he needed to grab a hold of. And I know for me, aside from the drinking, that right there, the sugar has become my crutch.
And it's not easy to detox off of sugar, right, Amara? It is not, and I'm not saying it is. It is very challenging, but you have to replace it.
Yeah, our mind is designed for comfort and laziness and survival. It is designed. It is put there for a reason, for our protection, right? Fight or flight thingy.
Right.
But it's about training the mind, and I also said it in another interview. You have to train your mind like a dog. Give it only treats when it listens to you. And you're only supposed to give your mind sugar when it doesn't crave it anymore. That means that by then it's trained. And our minds are actually, our parents didn't know, and our minds were trained by our parents or by the shops or the shells and the lollipops on them and candies. That as a child, when the child is crying, parents usually give them something sweet, right? And there you go. And so we're training our minds from the beginning to get addicted to sugar. People talk about addictions. I talk about sugar being the biggest addiction. Is even stronger than smoking, which cannot be detected because anything happens and you turn towards sugar. And that's the mind telling you comfort food. We call it comfort food. What are they? They're all carbs and sugar.
Wow. Thank you for that, because I found myself coming home and my wife, we had the panettone. And all of a sudden, the panettone, the Italian bread, right? So I found myself, my wife, like she's here, and my father-in-law likes it. But here's what I am. Talk about comfort. I came home, and instead of getting a knife and opening it up, I grab a bunch and I like rip it off, and I'm like, you know, like a Neanderthal. And I got coffee, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. And I'll go ahead and I'll grab another one. And my wife is like, what are you doing? And it's just because it's food. I think it's a normal thing, but you're right. My brain is somehow linking that up, and it's very addictive.
Yeah, and I also teach my clients how to substitute their favorite food. They don't have to sacrifice and kill themselves. We all are humans. We do need a little bit of comfort there, and we don't want to sacrifice our favorite things. Like you said, in your case, that is that bread. So I also teach them and educate them on how to substitute ingredients and make their own bread with natural good material instead of processed flour, which has nothing left in it actually.
You know what? If you don't mind, I see. I'm not getting the whole picture, but Daniela has a comment at the bottom. Her last comment. Could you read that for me, please?
Daniela is saying, sugar is addicting, just like cocaine. Very challenging to give up, but it is possible. You can do it, Emilio. I got you. I'm only sweets you need.
I'm the only sweets you need.
I love it, Danielle. That's absolutely correct. And you know, there's a lot of studies and things that you can do about the sugars, but also There is energy healing. There's also working on the meditation. I work with many people in my coaching because they have addiction that they cannot stop. They know that they don't want to eat anymore, but they keep going. And this is a mindset and being able to choose differently. And in my coaching, being able to take the headset, the heart set, and the gut set and bringing them all together, it is part of that also. And being a Reiki master for over 20 years and working with energy, that's part of what I do. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't do what Amara does. That's not what I do. I'm not going to give you meal plans, but yet I'm going to have you understand where you're going and what your mindset is. And it is generational. We were raised generational. Before I went to bed, we got ice cream cakes. We always did. That was how I was raised. And many were raised, like you said, is do this right and you get an ice cream cone. So this is how we're trained, but yet untraining the mind is coming from a different place, from the heart. So there's different avenues. There's always the balance.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. He says processed foods are purposefully designed for us to crave more of it. Purposely designed. And we wonder why we have such a health crisis, especially in children now. Makes me mad, to be honest. Daniela is also saying here, Karen, I just discipline myself. Stop cold turkey. It's not easy, but when I put my mind to something, I do it. Just like when I quit smoking 26 years ago, I stopped cold turkey, and that is my personality. It's all or nothing with me. Beautiful, beautiful. And that's why we're seeing all these medical health problems.
Excuse me.
And we're thinking, what are we doing wrong? Because in 1950, when the industrial age came up, before that, people were farming and working hard for it. Even before that, they were hunting, and food was not readily available. So for like right away, and so people were going on ketosis, and they were burning their fat, and that's what our body is designed for, to store fat and burn that fat fuel, which is the cleanest form of fuel. But then the industrial age came, and now it's just going to the store and grabbing your favorite packaged food and then eating it.
I love this, ladies. Yeah, this is amazing. This is the Spiritual Fitness Academy, and then we have an extension, which is a Spiritual Sunrise Show, and you're going to get educated on nutrition, on how to feed the body, the soul, and how to move. And Tai Chi is something we're incorporating now. So we're going to talk about this, and all week long, we're going to be summing up the summit, and we're going to be highlighting different individuals, and we're going to talk about movement. We're going to talk about addictions and how to move past some of these addictions. And so again, everyone wants to tune in. We've already, I believe, Daniela, when I was in Costa Rica, she booked people 2 weeks out. We are literally booked 2 weeks out now with the Spiritual Sunrise Show. And we have Sony Jackson tomorrow. You want to tune in tomorrow to catch her. And if Angel Marie wants to come on, she has an open invitation because she knows this business. She is in the healing space. And I love when we first connected, she'll tell you, she goes, I've been waiting for you light workers for 20-something years. Where you been?
Yeah, kid, catch up. Let's do this, because people are really now starting to step into. That's why 2020 was a year that was a very good year, because people really needed to get rid of the distractions and go, who am I? Yes. And how much do I really like me?
Yeah.
I mean, really to step into that. And again, I want to say is, Daniela, if you can put again, because these freebies, and I don't like calling them freebies because really they're gifts from the heart from these experts. Again, don't just check them out. Do them. Do the action. Spiritualfitnesssummit.com. You do have to register like you're registering for the summit, but that's the only way we can send you that link to get all 20 beautiful people that are pouring out, and they will change your life. They will absolutely change your life.
Amen. Amen.
So watch that, change that to get a different perspective of your life.
Yeah.
Also, do the action. Like I always say, change your mindset, energize your life, and shine on. Meaning, be aware of your life.
Yeah.
Take responsibility, and then do the action, but shine on, because it's so much more. So I have to say, shine on.
No, that's right. Amazing. And you know what? Here's the deal about the link. That link has to come off at some point, because these experts and what they're doing, they poured into, they got their own businesses. And yet because of our association and the summit, they have made hundreds. I don't even know the dollar amount. But did you remember the dollar amount, Angel, of like the total gift value?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was over $20,000 or $30,000.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. I mean, Hector's given us 3 hours of his time, which is worth over $3,000. And I mean, that is like, if you don't take him up on that and you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
You want to take care of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely. So again, a word to the wise is sufficient. Everyone, if you're watching this show, you're smart. We ask that you continue to, liking is okay, it's cool, but we want you to share, right? Because if someone is going to be served by this, there's someone's life that you can change by this. And so, sharing is caring. We've heard that before. So if you care about your health, if you care about your community, why wouldn't you not share something that's going to be a blessing, especially given the challenging times that 2020 is, and now we're going into 2021, and we've all heard this before, folks. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So I am so blessed. I'm going to leave you ladies with the last words, and then we'll go ahead and we'll just gracefully exit out.
Okay, well, I'll go next so I can go. I'm going to leave you with a quote. And yes, it's a quote from my book, and it's a quote by me because it is a beautiful quote, and I want you to take it with you today. Happiness is feeling like you're on vacation all the time. Be on vacation in your brain is an adventure. How exciting do you get? How much dopamine, how much energy do you get when you get ready? Going on a vacation. That's what happiness is, because you can choose it. And that's what I want to leave you with, is choosing that to be happy is a choice, and you can do that. And choose to be on vacation. I'm on vacation all the time. No matter what happens, I'm on vacation. And that's where that inspired energy and action. I mean, I almost am 60. Oh, did I say it out loud? I'm 60. And you know what? I'm not stopping. And it's because of the balance, just like Omara and Emilio says, it's balance of knowing when to stop, when to take care of yourself and do that self-care. So, yay. Thank you so much.
Hi, God bless you. Thank you, Omara.
I'm going to leave with what Angel said, because it's so powerful, and I want people to carry this on throughout the day.
Thank you. Thank you, both ladies. Listen, love you lots. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be on tomorrow's, folks, so make sure that you catch us on the replay. Super excited. Shine on. Let's go. Let's do the shine on. Come on.
Come on now. Let's end with this, and we'll say goodbye to everybody because it's going to be really loud. And this is for the shine on movement, to do the shine and shake and get you moving for today. You got ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart, let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want, show them what you got. Take it to the top, don't you ever stop. Shine, you guys know it now. Shine, shine on. Do it now. Come on, Emilio. Shine on. Yeah. Looking for the answers, seeking you will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show them who you are. Shine, show them who you are. Shine, shine. Don't ever give up. Raise your vibration. You're the secret, you're the answer. You know who you are. then you breathe and focus. You're the shining star. They are the shining star, right, Hope? Right?
I love it.
Be that shining star. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Here we go. Don't you worry, don't you fake it. Be just who you are.
Be who you are.
Answer to the question. You're that shining star. Say it, Emilio. You're the star.
You're the star.
Star. Raise your vibration. Shine. Shine. Shine on. Wrap it up right now. All that you can see, all that you can be. Breathe into your heart. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on.
I love it.
Woo! There you go. There you go.
I love it. Listen, everyone. Goodbye. We're going to leave you with this. Hello, everyone. I'm Emilio Roman. I'm America's #1 spiritual fitness coach.
My name is Anilda Davila, and it's an honor for me to know Emilio Roman. I met Emilio through Austin Jane to be part of his co-author network project, Spiritual Fitness Survivor. And to me, it was like a divine connection.
Hello everyone, my name is Ivy Perez and I am a certified transformational life coach. Now I believe in the power of vulnerability, and over the course of the past year I've been sharing my journey, my story on social media, and Emilio Roman actually reached out to me because of doing that and asked me to share my story, and becoming a part of the co-author network and becoming part of this book, the Spiritual Fitness Survivor book, not only has given me a platform to share my story, it has given me the ability to voice my journey, voice my story so that I can empower others to do the same.
Emilio has done a lot for me. This is actually the second book that I'm in, and it has been an amazing experience, all because of him. So the first one was a great experience, but when he approached me about doing a book with him, that was a no-brainer. Not only is he great at the publishing and doing the book, the support and tips that he gives you along the way are amazing. Even if you're not looking to do a book deal, if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking to grow yourself and just be a better person, Emilio is definitely the guy that you want to follow.
Hi everybody, my name's Karen Drosnes, and I am a co-author in this magnificent book, Spiritual Fitness Survivor. I met Emilio Roman through a really good friend of mine, and immediately our energies connected. He is extraordinary at what he does, and trust me, you will never feel alone when you work with Emilio. I happen to agree with a good friend of mine, Bridget, who says, even if you would choose not to write in the book, Emilio is someone you must know. I had been planning for a long time to share my story with everyone and the world of overcoming traumas. And then the next thing I know, I just opened my hands up, and guess who jumped in them? Emilio Roman. Thank you so much, and please connect with Emilio. He is beyond amazing.